Sorry. This is weird for me. I'm really used to not being seen at all.
My name's Dexter Ponte. This is what I really look like, unfortunately.
Hi, I'm Molly Fischer. I'm the host of The Cut on Tuesdays, the Cuts podcast we launched last fall. We put together an obituary or a profile sort of Karl Lagerfeld, the Chanel designer who just died. And we had to do that one really fast, but it got me thinking about how much fun profiles are as a format for a podcast and how excited I am to see what other kinds of profiles we can do on the show. You know, getting to pull together interviews and archival audio where someone is talking in the past, and also people who have interviewed the person or have worked with the person or who have had experiences with the person, or your own writing and analysis about them just feels like such a rich and satisfying answer to the kinds of big and ambitious profiles that New York Magazine does in print all the time.
My name's Wendy Zuckerman and I host the podcast Science Versus, and this show is really about looking at things in the zeitgeist, things that we're all thinking about and kind of asking, are they real? I would love to see more creative podcasts out in the world. The kind of grandfathers and mothers of podcasting has really driven a very similar sound. We're all borrowing, we're all evolving from the same sound. And so, I don't know, every time you hear something that's really different and creative, I just love it. So I wish there were more people who were just willing to get out there and do weird things in podcasting.
My name is Rachel Ward and I am the host of Chompers, which is a toothbrushing show for kids. It's 2 minutes and it's every morning and every night. I make a kid show. There's not a lot of kid shows. So I guess I would like to see more weird shows for kids, particularly ones that aren't necessarily about learning how to do a thing or learning very specific stuff about the world, even though there are some really lovely shows that do that. And also that would be good for high adults, so it's 2 audiences. And I also, in general, I would like for podcast producers to be pushing the envelope more on style.
My name is Saki Kunafa. I'm the host of Conviction, and it's a podcast that follows a private investigator in the South Bronx as he attempts to expose corruption in the New York City Police Department. I'm just going to say what I want and someone's going to steal it, and I will be mad. I'd like to hear a podcast that is an adventure story that deals with climate change.
Hi, I'm Eric Eddings.
And I am Brittany Luce.
And we're co-hosts of The Nod,
podcast about Black culture from Blackness's biggest fans.
I just kind of want to hear more parenting stuff, the stresses, the funny stuff, the emotional stuff. There's so many little moments when you're with a little person almost all the time. And it'd be cool to hear more fun things about that.
Okay, so the show that I think should exist is basically a podcast version of this online series called XL Boss Lady. It's by this woman named Virgie Tovar, and she interviews different plus size women who are just basically bosses of their field. For a long time, I think that straight rich white men have sort of dominated the how I became successful conversation. I think that the secrets actually are all in being straight, white, and rich. So I think that I'd like to hear somebody else sort of lay out how they got to where they are.
My name's Dexter Ponte. I'm the co-creator of Crime Town, which is a true crime podcast that examines the culture of corruption in different American cities. Season 1 was all about Providence, Rhode Island, and Season 2 is about Detroit. What I love about the medium of podcasts is it's still very early on in a way, and so there's many different kinds of podcasts that I think will become popular soon. More fiction podcasts, I think more sports podcasts will be coming. I think tons and tons of different kinds of podcasts, which is really exciting, I think, as a creator, because it's you can kind of do whatever you want. There aren't too many rules, but I feel like we're only hearing kind of a few different ways of storytelling in audio, and I think sky's the limit.